Morning everybody, welcome to the show. Glad to be back on, making a little video today about my trim switches on the swell time, which by the way the swell time is with me and Sebastian. I'll be here several months, so I am hoping we can get some more videos out, some good videos. Water's been really cold up this way, but it's starting to warm up, and hopefully we'll have something. Anyways, let's get to the topic at hand, my Yamaha. So I have a Yamaha 704 Binnacle, pretty common. It says 704 right there if you look at yours. I have two trim switches. One of them I kind of got sitting in here, and the one switch got really mushy, lost all its detent, and I don't know, it just concerned me that you know, being out pretty far and having something happen. And so I'm putting two brand new switches in it, which is pretty simple job, but I searched the internet everywhere and could not find a video on how to do it, so I've kind of figured it out on my own. So I've already got mine apart, but I'm going to go over assembly with y'all real quick. Okay, on the side facing you of the Binnacle, this is the side facing you when you're driving. You're going to see this oval piece of plastic. You pry that off, and underneath there you're going to see two Phillips head screws. You pull both those Phillips head screws out, and then this Binnacle will lift right off. By the way, this also happens to be where your adjustments are, right here and right here, for increasing the resistance in the throttle lever. This is what the Binnacle looks like when you take off the Binnacle cover. Now the one thing you don't see is where the wires go through. Now when you pull the Binnacle off, the wires are going to go down through that little hole right there, okay? And the best way to get them out, well, first of all, you got to unhook them from inside. Let's take a quick shot of that. Now it's a little hard to see, but here you can see I have these three wires and those three wires. There are two reds, two light blues, two dark blues. One's for port side, one's for starboard side. I wrapped these in a little bit of Scott tape, and I know that they're the starboard side and that is the port side. Now the switches come marked, but the other side of the harness isn't marked, so it really doesn't do you much good. So make sure when you pull those wires apart, you mark three of them, whether they're port or starboard. Once you get them disconnected, the thing to do is, and I'm going to try and mock this with one, you want to get the switch out enough to where there's only wire showing in the hole. That way it's taking up the least amount. And once you get the harness that way, you want to grab each one with a pair of needle nose and pull them out one at a time. And it's a little tough, but they will come out. At least mine did. Hopefully your installer put a big enough hole in there, but they will come out. You just got to be very careful and make sure you have only the wires showing, not the sheathing, because that just takes up room. And then pull each one out with a pair of needle nose pliers. And I wouldn't worry about grabbing them with a needle nose plier, because guess what, you're replacing them, so it really doesn't matter. Here's the part I had to figure out, because you don't find this anywhere on the internet. So this switch lays in right here, and if you look at the switch real close, it's got two little clips that snap when it hits the bottom. One of them is right here where my thumb is. I think I might have broken the other one off. You're going to break them off. You're going to break them off because they're so stiff that once they engage, they're not coming back out again. So if you're putting new switches in, don't worry about it. Take a pair of needle nose up in there, break them off, and then you got to get the switch out. Which, well, that took me a long time to figure out, because I wasn't sure what else was holding it. And really, there's nothing except for they put this. It looks like weather strip adhesive around it, probably just to give it some stability in the socket. And that's kind of holding it. So what I did was I pried up on the top of the switch, pried up on the top like right here with a screwdriver, not too much because you don't want to hurt your Binnacle, and then at the same time pushed from the bottom, and the switch came out. Now I ordered my switches from Yamaha, where I get most of my parts, because they do Yamaha parts. I don't know, you probably could have bought this switch on Amazon for half of what I paid for it, but you know, I'm buying Yamaha parts. That's just the way I do it. Here's one of these is the starboard switch, and one of them is the port switch. You see the S right there, so this would be the starboard switch, which ends in J2, and this would be the port switch, which ends in H2. I think they were 180 bucks shipped for both of them. I think the weather stripping is a good idea, so I went and bought the smallest sponge window seal I could find with adhesive on it. It's way too wide, but hey, Home Depot, I also bought this neat little X-Acto kit on clearance for $5. So I'm going to trim a piece about 1/4 of an inch. You see where I started cutting right here, about 1/4 of an inch, you know, however long I can get it, and then I'm going to wrap it around the switch, and then I may trim it a little more. All right, it ain't pretty, but I ended up putting the weather strip on, and then I actually trimmed it down some because it was pretty thick. So now I'm going to put it in the case. So this is the port switch indicated by a P on the white marker. So I'm going to take the switch, I'm going to stick it in here, take the end of the switch and switch it in the port side, which is the left. Whoops, here, can you see now? Put it in the left side, which is the port side. Then I want it to go in this way because up is forward. And then slowly I'm going to push it down in there with the help of a small screwdriver to keep that weather strip adhesive from pushing up to the top of the switch. Alright, so I'm going to gently put the switch in there, kind of pushing down on this weather strip adhesive at the same time. I don't know whether this stuff is going to do any good. It might keep a little water from coming in, but you know, it is what it is. Now on the bottom, we're pretty close, so we're just going to push and it snapped right in. Alright, I'm going to do the next one and then we'll put it together. Alright, both switches are in. Now we'll get her back together. Alright, I'm going to start with the port, which I don't know that it matters, but you're going to get one in at a time, push the other one in with it. Should put that one in first probably. Come on now. Alright, that switches in. Now this is where it gets tricky. So you pull the harness up until you only see wire. Then you start feeding the other side. We'll start with this first. Might need to give it just a little help. One down. Two down. Three down. I'm going to feed those wires down through so that you can see them underneath and you know what they are. I'm not going to go over plugging them back in. One switch says P, one switch says S. Hopefully you've identified which was port and starboard on your assembly. There we go. It's tight, but it'll go. You just got to take your time. Don't be breaking anything. Alright, I'm all the way in now. Okay, now all you do, I got my I have my throttles in kind of in reverse. I didn't push too much on them, but I'm going to sit that right there, and then I'm going to go pull the slack from underneath, and then we'll put this back together. You know what? I forgot about this little boot assembly, and it goes around the wires. That's why it's got a slit in it right here. It goes around the wires, and then it slides up in this pocket right here. So don't forget that, like I did. You'll notice it when you take it apart. Alright, you slide your binnacle back on, then push the handles forward a little bit. Don't push those cables, it's not good for them. And now I'm going to quickly install the 2 Phillips head screws that we talked about. Here they are. Move this back a little bit. I think you'll be able to see. Now I made some adjustments on my throttle. I made a 1/4 of a turn, but you really can't test that until you start the engines, but I think it'll be okay. You might need to push down on the binnacle a little bit, and then you might need to find the screw you dropped. It's hard putting it in an upside down screw, that's for sure. All right, tight. Take our little plastic cap, snap it in. I'm going to go underneath and hook them up, and then we'll test them. All right, the old testaroo. Port motor down, correct. Port motor up, correct. Starboard motor down, starboard motor up, correct. There's the finished product. Hey, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like. Gonna try and get back on it here. I'm here for probably another 3 months. Swell times with me. All we need is for this daggone wind to shut down. Y'all take care.